after the video I made on this girl, this fake Igbo Muslim girl, that, she's been brainwashed, being properly cajoled to do all these things that she's doing, I received a number of threats from Ilorin Muslims, Yoruba Muslims in Ilorin, telling me they are filing litigations that I'm speaking against Islam and all of that. I just laugh. We are waiting for your litigations. And those threat message has been compiled, sent to appropriate organization across board. So we are waiting for it. Now, back to this girl. Look, you are not genuine. We don't see any element of truth in what you're saying. In fact, your facial expression describes you as somebody who is not serious. So if you know that this thing is really going on in Izuka, please give us a video evidence. Give us picture evidence. Let us see it. I give you an example. This page is Hausa Land magazine on Facebook. 2 days ago, they showed how Fulani genocide is still being carried on in their community. This is the video evidence. This is the write-up. You can go and check it out. With this now, we know actually what is going on in that place. So you cannot just come online, on social media and begin to, try to work on our emotions, try to work on our brain. Igbo people don't fight over religion. It is never in the place of Igbo people to fight over religion. They don't do that. Every act of evil to orchestrate religious crisis in Igbo land will not work, because we know Igbo people, they don't fight over religious crisis. They may be fighting for Biafra, but not religious crisis. So all these things are just, one of your tactics of conquest, Islamic conquest. We know all of these things. So you cannot do that. So this is to put the Igbo people on bad light. You're just trying to blackmail them, to orchestrate a form of deception. This will not work, because I'm not an Igbo person. But you can never see an Igbo man fighting over religion. All these things are not an pattern. Do you get that? And Nigerians, let me tell you something. You see, it is because of the Southeast, the Igbos, that Nigeria is still a Christian nation today. The moment you remove Igbo people from Nigeria, Nigeria will be 80% Islam, Islamic nation. So get that. If you remove Igbo from Nigeria today, Nigeria will be 80% Islamic nation. That means the northern and the southwest of Nigeria, they are being covered. Some part of the south are being covered by Islam. So the reason why Igbo is the target is because these people, by factory setting, by default, they cannot be Islamized. So the agenda is to come out with all sort of, things to see how they could destabilize this region. That's why the Igbo are different. That is why, look, Igbo, you have to be very careful now. You have to be guided. You cannot fall for this cheap deception, this, victim games that, they are being played on you right now. In fact, this country is depending on you. It is because of you that we are not yet Islamic nation. So whatever I'm telling you now is the truth. The moment you are deceived to believe that, yes, this is the way, you are gone. So you have to defend your faith as Igbo people who cannot be deceived. Please. And it is on these premises, you see, that I was recently talking against Peter Obi. Peter Obi does not know what he wants. He's a confused man. Now, he's working with the same people that don't like him, the same people that castigated him in the previous election. He's working now with the northern political elite. So that is why I just wanted Tinubu to remain in power. So let's forget about these political distractions, tax payment, all of that. I pay tax. My last tax payment was 75,000. So that one is not really my problem. My problem is the stability of the country. This country must be stable. So as long as Tinubu is in power, you see, Nigeria will be able to move forward a bit. Don't ever think it twice that power should leave the south for the north. Look, you are gone. Whatever they're doing now, they did it in the time of Jonathan. It happens. So whenever there is, shift of power from the northern political elite, they come with all sorts of instabilities, all sorts of things. So we have to be very, very careful.
Hello and welcome. This video is to my Igbo brothers and sisters. Recent days, we have been seeing videos saying that Igbo women are converted to Islam. Let me tell you, Islam is an Arabic religion, okay? It's their rights, it's their culture, it's their tradition, it's their way of life. Now, I am an Urobo woman. I know how Catholicism was spread in Urobo land. It is through our Igbo people. Now, if you people are now starting to bring in Islam in Igbo land, before you know it, it will spread to our side. The point I want to make here, this propaganda that Igbo people want to be buying Igbo women that are Muslim, it's a lie. That is a propaganda. The reason why these people are spreading this news is because Donald Trump just strike Islamic terrorists. Now they want to try to put the Igbo in what the French call piège, trap, to say that Igbo men want to be buying Igbo Muslim. It's a lie. There's not.
Okay, this woman, I want to correct you for many things we don't talk about Igbo Muslims. And you're talking about how Igbos are threatening Igbo Muslims not to come back to eastern part to come and practice a Muslim, to come and practice Islamic. See, the truth is that we Easterns, we don't need Muslims in our community or in our village, because these people, they don't have any good agenda for anybody. They only come to pretend that they are peaceful people. They only come to pretend that they are coming to be peace with you guys. But when they come, when you give them the chance, you give them the energy to stay. First of all, they will now first and build their mosque. After they build their mosque, they will now find one place and take over. After they take that place, they now develop. No, they don't develop any place. Tell me the reason why they are coming to your state. Is it to develop it? They are not developing anywhere. They can't develop anywhere. They can't bring any development to your community. Instead, they will bring enmity. They will bring enmity to your community. They will not see other people as sinful people. See other people like enemy. See other people that they are not the lovers of Allah. Is it what you want to bring to us in Southeast? To bring enmity between we now Igbos, Christian or Igbos traditionalists, with to be in enmity with Muslims, because they are going to try to bring problem between we and them, because so many things they say that they don't like. That is what we do. Which they do, but they pretend that they don't do it. Like drinking, they drink, they smoke, but they pretend that they don't do it. They pretend to be holy. So you that is talking about, you say you are an Igbo Muslim, I don't know how much they pay you. You say you are an Igbo Muslim and you converted to a Muslim. You can practice your Muslim in not. We don't care about it. Practice your Muslim in not. So how many of you knows what is going on in the major problem that is going on in different wars now? The problem that a lot of countries is facing now is Islamic. Go to America, it's Islamic. Go to Germany, it's Islamic. Go to France, Islamic. Go to Spanish, Islamic. Go to Iran, Islamic. Different countries, they are the one putting problems there. They want to take over. They say that every country must be Islam. Every household must be Islam. That is what they are fighting for. And it must be by force, by fire. That is what you want to bring to us in Southeast. You cannot, if you guys can take over everywhere, you cannot take Southeast. It's better you guys to know and practice it there. You see the way you guys are killing Christians in North, that is where you guys are going to receive it in Southeast. The way you guys are murdering Christians because Christians are in North, bombing their churches, that is the same way we are going to chase you guys in Southeast, because we're not going to tolerate it in Southeast. A religion that will ask you to kill non-Muslims, a religion that will ask you to chase away non-Muslims. If they don't want to pay a jazzy, they don't want to pay a task for being a non-Muslim, you chase them away. It's a religion you want us to practice. Hatred. Pretend that they love, but they don't love. Pretend that they are peaceful, but they're not peaceful. Check all the countries. Check all the countries. Wherever they are, there is no peace there. Yeah. Is that what you're trying to tell me? That we should accept? That we should love? That we should welcome them? You should welcome them? I pity people whenever I read about these people, Islamic. I pity people whenever I read about it. I have their Quran, I read about it, I follow many scholars, and I know a lot of things about them, which make me to believe that this is not a pure religion.
Islamophobia, as a lot of people talk about it, and when you talk about it, they say yes, that Igbo are Islamophobic. Igbos are not Islamophobic. Are they really Igbo Muslims? Are they really Igbo Muslims? Ewerundi Igbo, Bo Muslims. It's different from are they really Hausa Igbos? No. The question is, are they Igbo Muslims? And then I will tell you that the answer is as simple as you know it. Yes, there are a lot of Igbo Muslims, even though that religiously they are of a great minority. All right, because originally an average Igbo man wears a traditionalist, right? Even prior to the coming of the white missionaries. But as dated back as that period, there existed a group of Igbo that were Islam, that practiced Islam as their religious group, right? When you come to Nsukka, you have a lot of them, a lot of Islamic people in the community or town that is called a Bagua. If you go to Ebonyi State, you have a host of them. If you go to Imo State, you also have them. If you remember the popular Abdulaziz Ude, Abdulaziz Ude was a king in a town in Enugu State, right? And then he was a core Muslim himself. He was a converted Muslim. Very wealthy man, you know. Now, Islamophobia, as a lot of people talk about it, and when you talk about it, they say, yes, that Ndi Igbo are Islamophobic. Igbos are not Islamophobic. You might tell me now that a lot of Christians amongst the Igbo people are non-tolerant to other religious beliefs, because even if you are an ordinary practitioner, the Christians have started judging you already. All right, they've started telling you they are in Ifugo, hi, you are a lost sheep, you know. So it is that what I normally call it is religious hooliganism. It's that religious hooliganism that has been entrenched amongst the Christians that makes every other religious worshipper who is not resilient enough have the feeling that Ndi Igbo are either Islamophobic or anti-ordinana. The Igbo people are very tolerant people. It is actually a religion, even though the Muslims are doing the same. Let me just be very plain. The Muslims are doing the same to Christians in the north. Well, they threaten you, all right, verbally or otherwise, all right. The North are doing it to Christians. So if Igbo people are doing it to Christians, that doesn't make it right either. All right, but the Islamophobic nature of Ndi Igbo should be reduced, because if our forefathers and our great-grandfathers could tolerate the Christian missionaries because of what they came with education, they came with hospital, they came with, you know, a lot of enlightenment too, then you should be able to also allow our Islamic brothers coexist in a peaceful atmosphere. But that does not mean that you should go and import for us Boko Haram bandit or religious extremism. That is when an average Igbo people will have issues with you. All right, every religion is welcomed, even prior to now. If not that they are trying, a lot of those Islams in the southeast are trying to just maybe draw sympathy. I don't know whether it's for financial gain or what. I don't understand. But literally, most times you don't really hear about them. All right, even though I know they exist. All right, even in my hometown, there are Islamists. There are people who practice Islam. All right, and all over Igbo land, we know they existed, but they were highly unnoticeable. Nobody knew about them. All right, now for the Christians, I can also always say this thing, that your hooliganistic attitude towards, be it the Muslims, be it the practitioners of Ordinana, is very absurd. Your own religion is the only way to God, but yet there were over thousands of religions that existed prior to even the foundation stone of your so-called Jesus was laid. All right, it was even before the writing of the Bible, those book of prophecies that talked about the birth of a savior, you know, they existed even before the Bible came. All right. Well, If you must be an Islamic person, do not expect that a special treatment to be given to you in the hometown where you come from, because they are still struggling to grasp with the competitiveness between Ndodinana and the Christian over who owns land or who does one thing or the other. And then you, that is the Muslim, you are coming to bring in your own religious division into your hometown. Oga, try to suit in. Don't expect any preferential treatment in any town or village you go to. Because I can tell you that in most villages, apart from places like that same Ibagwa, you do not find more than 100 Muslims at a time that are indigenous people. I don't know of any town apart from Ibagwa and a few others where you have, in that singular town, you have more than 100. If you know, you can let me know. Maybe in the comment section though. And for those who always say that Ndibo did not allow the jihadists under Usman Danfodio to penetrate the southeast, you should also give credence to the thief people, because it was actually the thief and the Igala people who actually blocked the incursion of the Islamic jihadists down to the southeast. I don't know of any record of a fight between us and the jihadists, but there were history of the fight between the Domas and then some, the Jukuns and all the rest. All right, there are some historical angles and perspective I will be dropping in some of my exposition tomorrow or next tomorrow. All right, so you learn. You don't just make false assumptions. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning to every and each one of you in this our great country called Nigerian, and good morning to every and each one of us from all around the world, and Happy New Year at the same time to all of us. You know, there is an audio message circulating within our country, an audio message of a particular Igbo man that is calling the unaliving of so many Muslim Igbos that are within the southeast. And our attention has been drawn, and now we are calling on the Nigerian DSS and the Nigerian police to make a proper investigation and see they have brought that person to book. Because we love our Muslim Igbo brothers and we love our Muslim Igbo sisters. Do not think we cannot stand and fight for them just because you think they are the minority within your region. We love them and we are ready to support them in any way they need our support. So we are calling on the Igbo Kingsmen to look into this situation. We live in a democratic country where everyone have the right to practice his or her religion. When you go to the southeast today, you find those who worship idols and those who believe in Christianity. And at the same time, there is nothing wrong in seeing those who believe in Islam. Islam is a total submission to the will of God, and you cannot force somebody into the religion. Most of these Igbo people in those your regions are Igbos that, you know, decided on their own based on their research. They get to see Islam as the true religion of God, and then they decided that they are going to convert. And now they have converted into the religion, so you do not have any right to prosecute them. So I'm calling on the Igbo Kingsmen to look into this situation. I'm calling on the Nigerian police to look into this situation. I'm calling on the Nigerian DSS to look into this situation. We should live in peace. They are our brothers, and every Muslim is a brother to every Muslim. And that does not mean we cannot love those who are outside our religion. Our religion teaches that you should love your brother as yourself. You can never be a complete believer unless you love your brother as yourself. And when it comes to that verse, it doesn't say you should love your Muslim brother as yourself, but rather to humanity. It says you should love your human brother as yourself. So for this reason, we are calling on the Nigerian government to look into this situation. Whoever that person is that is, you know, passing those information in those audio we hear, should be brought to justice. And we are calling on the southeastern people that you should please live in peace and allow our brothers and sisters to practice their religion in peace. You fight for Biafra. Muslims are not the ones that are trying to stop you from gaining Biafra. And if you look at your Igbo brothers and sisters in the southeast also are in support of you having your own country. So stop prosecuting our Igbo brothers and sisters just because they have accepted Islam. Nigerian is our country and we all have the right to practice any religion we feel like practicing, and we all have the right to live in peace. So please, you guys should leave our sisters and brothers alone. We do not want any problem. We do not want trouble. We are calling for peace now, and it shouldn't have to be too late. We are calling on the Nigerian government to look into the situation because we don't want a situation where it will get to a level where we will start crying and regretting. Thank you.
Good day to our viewers all over the world and welcome back to Local Journal. You see, as much as we are calling for religious tolerance and the liberty for everyone to practice whatsoever religion they want to practice in any region they want in Nigeria because it's their fundamental human right, we also need to be very careful the way we go about this whole extremism stuff, because I don't understand the reason why someone will be calling for the arrest of somebody who is speaking the truth. The guy that spoke in the first part of the video spoke against the antics of these people and how they've always tried to invade the south to like kind of ensure that the south is made a Fulani caliphate and it's turned into the religion they feel is best to achieve their agenda. And everything he stated there has happened before. It has happened before. It's something he spoke from the experience he's had about Nigeria. He spoke from history, and these are things that we all know has happened in Nigeria before. So what has he said that is wrong that people are saying you're going to file a litigation against him for like spreading hate against your religion? Is it making any sense? I don't have any problem with people living anywhere they want and practicing the religion they want, or any tribe turning or converting into any religion he wants, because it's within their fundamental human right to do so. But you don't have the right to come and say you want to arrest anybody or you to file a litigation against somebody who is speaking the truth because you feel it's against what you believe as the truth in your own eyes. It's not making any sense. Do you want to turn history? Don't you know how Ilorin was conquered? Don't you know how the Hausas were conquered? And these people are saying that this thing you're bringing into their land, it's alien to them, that they don't want it. And we can live like that. We can live in peace like that, because of course, if you're trying to impose this whole thing in a core Fulani dominated state, of course they are not going to accept it. I'm not supporting the Igbos to like kind of prevent their people from converting if they so wish. Anybody that wants to convert can convert, but you coming to say that some of the assertions they've made in the video, or probably what they are saying about this whole Fulani agenda and this whole plan to like Islamize Nigeria via the agenda of the Fulani, via the Fulanis, is lie or whatsoever. It's not true. You understand? You can't come and say that, because we've always known how these people operate, and that is the reason why these guys are hell-bent on ensuring that they penetrate into any region they want to penetrate. The Igbo, or the southeastern part of the country, has been the beacon of Christianity in Nigeria. If not for them, I believe this country would have been turned or would have successfully been captured and conquered by now. But these people have always resisted anything that they feel is not in the best interest of their own region, and that is the reason why the South is still standing tall and standing still till this very moment. But like Like I say, I still want to place emphasis on the fact that it's wrong for you to prevent anybody from converting or practicing the religion he wants or he so wish in any region in Nigeria. However, we should be very careful of what we are trying to like kind of bring, all in the name of trying to propagate our religion. It's not making any sense. Everything the Igbos are saying here is correct, and they are the liberty. They have the right to say that okay, so if you're doing your stuff, you can do it, provided you don't disturb the peace of our people. As much as we don't like it, we are not going to stop you, and we are not going to say anything about it, but don't disturb our peace. And that's within their own right to seek that, because you cannot bring your religion to a people's to a region, a particular region, and then you start disturbing them. Do you understand? So if it's an agenda just to like kind of quell what the onslaught of Trump and Israel against the jihadists in the north, that you guys are trying to propagate this whole Igbos disliking Muslim, I believe you guys are going to fail, because it's not going to stand the test of time. So it's better you just jettison that idea of trying to like spur any propaganda or of course, is going to be dead on arrival. So it's not going to hold any water. So you just need to stop disturbing yourself. That is their land. And of course, if they say this is it and this is what they want, of course they can demand that from anybody. But I'm not saying that I support them stopping anybody from practicing whatsoever religion. But you can't bring your religion to their land and start disturbing them or trying to like kind of force people to join by force. It's not going to work like that. So they have that right to say that they cannot be forced or cajoled into joining anything that is alien to them. This is my opinion. Drop what you think about this in the comment section, and if today is your first time to visit our channel, please kindly like, share and subscribe to our channel.